Hello, I'm S.J. Bennett, otherwise known as Sophia Bennett, and I am the author of The Windsor Knot. It's a book about the Queen as a detective, and this is an idea that came to me about 3 years ago. I was thinking about the Crown and thinking what a long and interesting life the Queen has had, what an expert she is in lots of different fields, and how she sees the world in a way that nobody else does, because she's always the person looking out while other people are looking at her. And as I was thinking all of these things, I just suddenly thought what a brilliant detective she would make if she wanted to do that kind of thing. And from then on, I couldn't help but imagine her life as a detective and my life writing about it, particularly setting books in different places. So one in Windsor Castle, one in Buckingham Palace, one in Balmoral, one on the Royal Yacht Britannia, and so it goes on. And she's a woman that I've been fascinated in for a long time. My father was in the army for many years, and he met her in the course of his career there, and then he worked for the NHS and met her again there. So we have lots of family anecdotes about what she's like behind the scenes. And she's funny and friendly and informed and engaged, and I wanted to write about that person. I first became interested in her in 1977, really. I was turning 11. It was her silver jubilee year, so 25 years on the throne. And as a family, we went to stand outside Buckingham Palace in the drizzle and watch her wave to us from the balcony. It was all really exciting. We dressed in our red, white and blue. And that year, I was also given this book, which this is the original copy that was in my parents' attic. I found it recently. It's called The Queen's Clothes, and it's a really lovely book about the Queen's style in her early parts of her reign, and some of the designer clothes that were made for her, and how difficult it is to dress the Queen. She makes it look very easy, but she can't look too fashionable or too unfashionable. She has to stand out. She mustn't look too garish. She mustn't look too hard to see. It's complicated dressing the Queen. It's complicated being the Queen. And when I came to write about her, that was one of the things that really interested me. She has this very privileged life. Yes, lots of beautiful clothes, lots of jewels, lots of palaces, but there are so many things she can't do because she's a constitutional monarch and she can't be seen to interfere. So that made her life as a potential detective really interesting for me too. And I kept following her since 1977, just looking out for things that appeared in the news, reading the odd biography and just seeing what happened with her family. So I felt with my own family interest in her that I knew her well enough to imagine how she would cope with the access to experts that she would have as a queen, but also the problems, the complications that come with being so important and so famous. It has been successful. It's published in the UK last year and it's out in Germany now, just about to come out in America and Canada, and Italy and then France, and on it goes. And I'm pretty sure she must know about it by now, because I know that people she knows know about it. And I hope she would like it. It's written with great affection and a lot of respect for the work that she's done over the decades. And I hope it brings out her humour, and I hope that she would appreciate that. So I would like to think that she would just find it funny and something enjoyable to while away a few hours while she's on her own at Windsor Castle. Ooh, interesting. Well, obviously, top of the list would be the Queen herself. What an interesting person she is. She's got that sense of humour. I nearly had a job working for her back in the 1990s. I was asked to apply to be her assistant private secretary, which is the job that Rosie Ashodi has in the book. And it's a job I really wanted. And I was interviewed at Buckingham Palace, but I didn't get it. Yeah, then I thought how fantastic it would be to meet the Queen. I would love to have a cup of coffee with her. And if not her, then Princess Anne, I think, is a really fascinating princess. She's always has been bold and just got on and done her own thing, and she's really hardworking and yeah, interesting person. So she would be next on my list. And my third person, she's very young, perhaps a bit too young for a cup of tea or coffee, but Princess Charlotte, little Princess Charlotte, I absolutely love. She just looks so... Everything I like about the Queen, Princess Charlotte seems to have to. Just keen to get on with things and sort of naturally responsible and but also fun. So yeah, I would love to have an orange squash with Princess Charlotte one day. That's interesting. I think overall, I would just like to say thank you. She said in 1952, I think it was, to the people of the Commonwealth that her life, long or short, would be dedicated to their service. And I think she's tried incredibly hard to do that over a very long period of time. It hasn't been easy, and I don't think the press have made it easy for her at all. And yeah, I think she's done it as well as she could. So I would just want to say thank you. And also, of course, thank you for giving me the idea for this book.